guys, welcome back to the Voices of Brooklyn. Another star-studded guest that we have today, somebody that I'm a big fan of, and a bunch of movies. Some of them include, well, The Irishman, The Green Book, Godfather, Harlem Show, Blacklist, Blue Bloods, Power. A bunch of shows that I watched I'm a big fan of. Today we got Craig Di Francia. Thank you for coming, brother.
Guys,
welcome.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Great stuff, man.
We were just talking about 30 seconds ago that everybody says good things an hour before the podcast, and then by the time we roll, it's like, you know, about 40,000 conversations already taking place. You know what I mean?
We'll just follow the cameras follow us.
Right.
We'll start filming as soon as we walk through the door.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what I do is I just put together like, 20 topics, and then really just want to dive into what it's like working on these movies and shows and stuff like that.
Let's do it, man.
You know, so I watched the Green Book. That's a great movie, one of my favorites. Star-studded cast: Sebastian Maniscalco, Marshala, Ali.
Oh yeah.
Won Best Picture that year.
Yeah, we won. We won 3 Academy Awards that year. Mahershala won. Yeah, Mahershala won 82 awards for that film.
Sheesh.
82.
Incredible.
82 across the board.
Those are amateur numbers.
It was unbelievable, man. I mean, we had an opportunity. I mean, I auditioned for the movie. I got the role on my birthday. I've told the story a couple times on air, but anyway, I got the part on my birthday. I was out to dinner, left my phone in the car, had a couple cocktails with some friends, and my phone's blowing up in the car. I get in the car, and it's my agent, and everybody's like, you got the part. I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, who knew it was gonna blow up into this astronomical film?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was still cool. I got a nice part. I got to speak Italian in the film, which was really, really great. So I called my uncle up, and I'm like, Uncle Tony, do me a favor. I need some more Italian. I took Italian in high school, but when you don't use it, you lose it. Yeah. And he coached me through some of the stuff, and it was great. We had a really, really good time on that shoot. We shot it in Louisiana. I was there for 6 days. I'd never been down in New Orleans. It was great. Food was fantastic. Nice. Cast was cool. Peter Farrelly. Everybody was so nice. And Viggo was a genuine gentleman.
That's awesome.
Something about that story, bro. That story is amazing.
It's true. It's
amazing.
Story.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, for him to see his father's life on screen and the way it happened, it's just a beautiful thing. I mean, I don't know how he kept from bawling every day watching his father's life come to fruition and to win all the awards. It's just, mind-boggling, man. I mean, it's true to form. It's beautiful.
Yeah. When we were filming the Gotti movie, in the scene that's where my father gets killed, and that's real life. And Kevin Connolly was like, Pat, you sure you want to stay here for this and that? And I was like, Kev, I was there when it really happened. This is not going to bother me.
See, you know the deal, man. I mean,
it was crazy.
That must have been a challenge, man. But.
Yeah. The only thing I had to say was, that's not the car he was driving. I said, my father drove Lincolns, the new Lincoln, not that one. That was the only thing I had to say.
That's great.
It's funny when you say you have to learn Italian. Because my girl speaks, she's family's from Naples.
Oh, nice.
So she tries to teach me Italian. So one night for like an hour, she kept saying...
She speaks in a dialect too, probably.
Non-dialect. So she goes, I want to watch a Bella Cinema. I think that means like a good movie.
A good movie, Bella Cinema.
So I was like, well, I kept going on Amazon and Netflix trying to find Bella Cinema, the movie.
I would have been doing it.
So what the fuck? And she was laughing the whole time. Her and her mother speak fluent Italian. They're always laughing at me. I'm like, this isn't right that you guys doing this whole fucking time. And for an hour, she kept letting me trying to find Bella fucking Cinema.
You're like, who's in it? She kept it going too. She was like,
savage.
Melissa's savage.
That's funny. Savage. You were in Boardwalk.
Yeah, Boardwalk Empire. Yes. Read for the show a couple times. Was in the casting room. This is kind of actually funny because I have a sex scene in there.
Yeah.
And I'm in the casting room, and the casting director's like, you have to simulate it in the room, in the casting room. So I'm sitting there, and she's like, no, you gotta get up, and you gotta. I'm like, all right, I'm going for it. So I had a mustache for I had a mustache for the part. I'm like, I want to be a little different, see if I get it. And she's like, when I left, she's like, keep that mustache. So 5 days I'm waiting. Everybody's calling me Burt Reynolds, breaking my balls, porn star, this and that. And so anyway, and I got the role and had a great time. Funny story about that, real quick. I had to show my ass, the whole thing.
Did you? I don't remember.
Oh man, I had the cocksock on and everything. so it's like 70 people on set. I'm sitting there. And all right, it's time to go. So, I drop my pants, and one of the background actor goes, oh, don't you got the lucky job today? I'm like, right? And Alan Coulter, the director, comes out and he says, "Who said that? Who said that?" Kid raises his hand. He goes, "If I hear another fucking word out of you, I'm throwing you off my set." I was like, let's fucking shoot this scene. Let's go. Yeah, so it really, really, changed the whole dynamic of the thing, and I actually was kind of comfortable.
That's because the director thought he was going to throw you. The director thought that guy was going to throw you off,
which he did.
Right.
Because I'm the 70s. You know how big it is when all the people are around, especially you. You know the deal. So it was a challenge, to do that, and then. He made it at ease once he said that, which was very helpful.
I think that's something as viewers we don't realize, right? Because it's like, all right, I got a sex scene. All right, cool, whatever. Oh yeah, by the way, you got to do it in front of 50 people.
Yeah.
I'd be a little
with
nervous.
a sound guy holding a ball.
You got to focus. You got to get in there. She's telling you how to thrust. Like I know how to thrust. I'm good. I can only imagine how.
Ivo Nandi actually portrayed my great-great-grandfather in that show.
Really?
Yeah, Giuseppe.
How
Masseria.
cool was that?
In what?
Joe Masseria, yeah.
In Boardwalk Empire?
Yeah, so originally, funny story, they made the movie Mobsters. That was about Meyer Lansky, my grandfather, Giuseppe Masseria, and they portrayed him like, first of all, he had an American accent. He's from Sicily. He barely spoke English, And then when Boardwalk came out, I got wind. All right, somebody's playing Joe the Boss on that show.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I wonder how it's going to be portrayed. And that guy, Ivo Nandi, nailed it. Because, we have like pictures in the house of Joe, and, there's only like those two famous ones on the internet, his mugshot, and then him on the Coney Island dying before dead. But it was just cool to see like somebody actually portray him the right way.
Wait. The guy who played your great-grandfather is the guy who jumped, they threw out of the window or something in Coney Island? Or that was the one who got shot at the card game, right, or something?
So when Lucky took over and then commissioned the 5 families, there was 2 bosses in New York.
Okay.
Giuseppe Joe the Boss Masseria.
All right, I know what you're talking about.
Is him, and then he was obviously portrayed in that show.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was nice to see. I mean, it kind of sucked when Lucky Luciano walked out. 2 guys with Tommy guns came in and blew him away. But I just needed to share that. That's why it was cool that you were on that because it's a close family connection and stuff like
I always
that.
wondered, what's it like with the family dynamic at home when you're just seeing this kind of stuff? Like your kids see you get killed on screen, or you said you have a sex scene.
Well,
your kids or
That's
your
a
wife.
great question.
How do you mull that over?
I prepared, like the actress I was working with that I was in the simulated sex scene with, I said, excuse me if I get excited and excuse me if I don't.
Right.
So I made my disclaimer right away. So which was cool, and she was like, do whatever you want. And then but as far as the family dynamic, I didn't tell one of my brothers on purpose.
Yeah.
So he had all the kids around. I mean, they're 14, 15. They're like, Craig, what the fuck, man? You didn't tell me. I said,
I got you.
Yeah, so that's the way that went down. But yeah, my mother wasn't too happy. Yeah. But it's rough, and everybody's not expecting it. They're all excited you're on the show, and then I tried. People that I wanted to know, I let know, and other people I wanted to get the reaction. I like that, That's the way
I got killed in 2 movies. One didn't come out, but the one that came out, my mother couldn't watch it. And meanwhile,
my mother hates it.
What was it? The Family's Feud.
Yes.
It's like a spoof movie. It's like not a serious movie. It's a spoof movie. They're spoofing The Sopranos, the this, the that. But so the scene I get killed in is almost hilarious. Like it's a girl. We're in the woods.
Okay.
We're looking for these guys, and all of us. We're in the middle of the woods.
Was this Pine Barrens?
We're in the middle of the woods. It's me, Paulie Malignaggi, and Peter Gordio. So it's us 3. It was all of us. It was me, Lewis. It was.
Okay.
But everybody started getting killed as we were going through. So the only 3 left were me, Peter Gordio, and Paulie Malignaggi. So we're walking through the woods. We're like, we got to find these guys. We got guns, this and that. Out of nowhere, in the middle of the woods, 3 girls pop up, skimpy dress, this and that, and they catch our attention in the middle of the woods. We're like, what the fuck? And we turn around, the girl takes off her top, and I'm like, and as soon as I go like this, the other girl shoots me right in the fucking head. It's like a hilarious, funny scene. So it's not like this real, not like you getting crushed in that car. Like my mother would have had a heart attack watching that.
She hates it.
That's a sick scene when you get crushed in that car.
Oh man, that was actually with Louis Venori, who's going to be on the show.
Right.
Yeah. So we shot that scene, and that was in the middle of July. I'm wearing a wool jacket. It's hot as fuck. And it was, we had to keep shooting it and stuff. And then they asked me to get in the car and shoot
Right.
it. It was 140 degrees in the car. And I said, guys, if we can we please just get this in one shot?
Right.
So, and I went nuts, and I'm sweating bullets and everything, and it turned
That's a
out
sick
really
scene.
good. Yeah,
My mother would have had a heart attack watching
Yeah,
that.
she doesn't like it.
She doesn't like it.
Ooh, I can't watch that.
Yeah, you got to see the scene where he gets killed. And what is that? The Godfather of Harlem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great show.
I was telling them, I don't know if we told it on camera, but I was telling them one time a story about The Irishman that, on a movie set, every minute, counts, right? We got to get this done. It's got to be done by 4 o'clock or this. Right? So every minute counts, right? Yeah. So on The Irishman, we came in 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, go to makeup, wardrobe, get all dressed. All right, go to your trailer. We'll call you as soon as we're ready for you. I get to the trailer, makeup, everything done by 7:30. I'm ready.
Yes.
10:30, no knock.
Nothing.
Okay, I'm sitting there watching my phone. Okay. Lunchtime. I'm like, all right. We go to lunch. After lunch, I'm like telling the girl, I'm like, are we gonna shoot? And she's like, oh, we'll call you at the trailer. I'm like, okay. I'm getting paid. I don't give a fuck how long you make me stay. 3:30. I'm looking like, what the fuck is going on? 6:30 at night. I'm like, this is crazy. We're sitting in the trailer 12 hours at this point.
Yeah.
Me, Johnny P. There's a few of us all just sitting in our trailers. Our trailers were connected, so we were all just sitting in the trailers. 8:30. Girl knocks on my door. All right, that's a wrap for the day. You can go home. And I said, no. I didn't even come out of the trailer. She goes, yeah, Mr. Scorsese never showed up today. He wasn't feeling good. There was 300 people in this scene. That scene where they're having the party for Al Pacino and Jimmy Hoffa, that scene where he's walking around talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Every single actor you see, Dominic Lamondozzi, 6 hours in makeup, sitting in his trailer waiting. There's 300 people, some have been in makeup for hours. Miss Lauren's gonna say, I was like, this day had to cost them millions of dollars. And this guy was like, I don't feel good.
Not coming in today.
I'm not coming in today. I'll be there tomorrow.
I mean, when you're Scorsese.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You know
But
what I mean?
that was one of my crazy, I never experienced anything like that on a set. It's like this on a set.
Yeah.
You're ready, get into makeup, get on the set.
How many times you guys get your makeup touched up and something like that? I mean, I would assume that at
They
some
literally,
point,
when you're filming, so they'll do your makeup, they'll do everything. Then once you're on camera and you're on that set, there's a makeup girl standing 10 feet away from you. The second they call cut, they're running right over to you, touching you up, this and that.
Yeah, I would assume sitting there
I'm
for
a
12
sweater,
hours,
so
your
I had a
makeup's
girl
good, right?
standing next to me with a napkin the whole time. And so
It's crazy.
Pat's first big break was, the Bronx Tale. What was yours? What was your first project that you
Oh
had?
man, I did a whole bunch of NYU grad student films. Just trying to break in when I was still in acting school. I tried to, just get in work wherever I could. I guess I'm going to say Power. Power was a really good
one of my favorite
opportunity
shows
for
of
me.
all time, Power.
What?
Power is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
great,
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
man.
yeah, that show, me and my wife
Special.
watched that show.
Yeah.
I got, I went in the room. I read with Christine Cromer. She was great. I read, I think on a Thursday. I didn't get that role, but she called me back on Monday, and I booked the role of U.S. Marshal Romano on Friday. I shot one scene with Joe Sikora, plays Tommy, which was great. He was when he was getting processed, and then the AD comes up to me after I shoot, and she's like, "Craig, the director wants to talk to you." What'd I do?
Right.
What'd I do?
It's like being told the principal wants to say it in school.
I'm like, they're gonna throw me out. So she said, "Hey, Craig, do you want to stick around? We'd like you to do shoot another scene for us." All right, I'll stay. So anyway, so I got another scene. They asked me to do another scene. I did a great job there, and then James Bodner, who was the weapons expert, retired cop, was handled all the guns on the show. They were in a meeting. Apparently, I heard this later because I got recurring on the show. They needed another corrections officer on the show. So Jimmy's like, why don't you call Craig back? Which, I thank you, Jimmy. And so it turned out to 8 episodes, and then I'm out to dinner with my friends, hanging out, and I get the call from one of the executive producers, 10:30 at night. Hello? Yeah, it's Bart Weinrich from Power. I said, hey, Bart, how are you? What's going on? You know, and Craig, you know, obviously you're shooting on Tuesday, but that's going to be your last episode. I said, so you're the hatchet man. Huh? I'm wondering who's killing everybody on the show. And yeah, so he was the hatchet man. And then we had a really good, we had a scene. It was me, Bill Sadler, Joe Sikora, and another actor. I can't think of his name right now. Oh, Bill Sage. Bill Sage was great on that show too. And we shot that in Queens, and they drilled me and killed me, and it was a wild scene.
My question is, when you're doing a show like that and you're starting to see like the phenomenon raise, like this, like Power, like that first couple of seasons, like it was like a craze.
It's crazy.
Like when you're filming something like that and you're starting to see it take off, like it's got to be like something inside of you to be like, yeah, I'm part of this friggin' like, you know, like you did a Bronx Tale, like obviously said like you didn't know it was gonna be that, but later on in your life when you're seeing all these people talk about it and kids are still watching it, it's got to be like a huge sense of pride that I was part of something like.
Yeah,
That's going to be around
Special.
for years.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
It is because you know you start seeing the results as it's evolving into it. So now you know it makes me work harder. It makes me really focus on my character, make more of a backstory. I add different elements to what I'm going to do and try to emulate them on screen. This way, I encompass a character fully. I mean, I went to the Esper Studio and my teacher Bill, rest his soul, was amazing. And I still use those fundamentals, and especially when the show's starting to grow, you just want to kill it every time, you know.
The only thing I ever did where I could not believe that I got the part, and I couldn't believe I was going to be in this because I've been watching these movies since I'm a kid. When I got the part in Die Hard, I was like, there is no way I'm going to be in Die Hard. I was like, when I first watched Die Hard 1 in my house, kid with my cousins, never in your wildest dream do you think one day I'm going to be in one of these. Because I wasn't doing anything yet when I was a kid when Die Hard 1 came out. You know, when I auditioned, you got an audition for Die Hard, I was like, what? And I went on that, when they told me I got the part, and I just couldn't believe I was going to be in Die Hard with Bruce Willis in the scene.
It's like a surreal experience.
It was.
It's almost like an out-of-body experience sometimes because you work so hard to achieve these things, and then when it happens, it's surreal.
You're like, oh shit, yeah.
I'm the guy.
And now a word from our sponsor. This ain't just fashion, this is a statement. At War streetwear for those who don't back down. Built from struggle, designed for impact. From the pavement to the front line, you're not just wearing clothes, you're wearing purpose. We're all at war with something.
Yeah.
You know, and then you have to really take it in and then.
Well, you told us that story how you went off set with
Oh my God, that was fucking crazy. I was telling them when we were talking about crazy stories on it. So a movie like Die Hard is another movie that's probably $1 million every half hour they're spending.
Of course.
So you know when they reset up the camera, okay, we're gonna reset up the cameras, and they started setting up. So me, Bruce Willis, and this other guy were off to the side, and the guy was drinking, looked like almost like a tap beer in a styrofoam cup, and Bruce Willis asked him, was like, what are you drinking, beer? And the guy was like, no, it was either eggnog or what,
egg cream, probably.
Egg cream or one of those.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, the famous, egg cream place is right up the block. And Bruce was like, oh. Turned around and looked at me, he's like, want to go get an egg cream? And I was like, what? And he was like, come on, hurry up, let's go before the cat. And he took off, so I took off. I just took off running behind him. Yeah. As we were running down the block, he's in his tank top covered in blood with the badge hanging. I'm in my wardrobe. And he just takes off running. And as we're running down, first of all, I cannot believe we're running down the block. Nobody even realizes we just took off running.
No.
And I'm watching the people that are walking like regular people that are coming up the block. When Bruce Willis ran by them, they were like, I seen them freeze, and they were like, are we in a Die Hard movie right now? Like, because it looked like a scene. Like he was running up the block, he's in his uniform, and you seen the regular people were like looking around for cameras. They were like, are we in a Die Hard movie right now? And I just couldn't, and we went over there, and we walked into this place that's packed.
Yeah.
He's Bruce Willis and he ordered like a case of the fucking eggnog, and we were in there for like 45 minutes, a half hour. By the time we got back up, there was cops and everything looking. They thought something happened. Because they couldn't find them. The cameras were set up. Everybody was ready to go.
Oh, my God.
And they thought something happened. And when we came back up the block, he just come strolling up the block with the eggnog. And my mother was like, when I seen you and him missing, I said, what the fuck happened? Where are they?
All right, that's crazy.
Little off topic, but now that you brought up Die Hard and we're in Christmas season, Die Hard, Christmas movie or not Christmas movie?
original.
I mean, at this point, it's like Mariah Carey. It's just a part of Christmas.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
one of them,
100%.
one of them ones.
And movies like that, 100 scenes get filmed that get cut, that get scrapped. So I'm only in this little scene. So the whole time you're there, you're praying, like, I hope they don't cut this scene. Of
course.
And I don't know if you know Justin Morit. He's a producer. He's did a lot of he produced a lot of stuff that I was in. And my mother, when we were done filming and we wrapped, my mother said to him, she was like, Justin, I hope this don't get cut, you know? And I didn't know why, because I didn't see the whole script. I just seen my. So Justin looked at my mother and was like, it can't get cut. And I didn't know why. Like, I thought he was just saying that, so I was didn't know until the movie came out why it couldn't get cut. Because when I say what I say, he realizes, oh shit, they're robbing City Hall. And he takes my bike and he takes off.
That's
Is there a science behind that? You guys not getting the full script?
Sometimes,
So you
yeah.
only have that character's perspective. You don't know the whole story. So maybe you could be a little like, what is
if
that?
you have a little part like I had, and you're especially if
but
you're
you had
a
an
kid,
important part.
right? But I'm a kid,
Yeah.
and the part is a small part. So guys like me and a kid like me, they're not going to give the whole script.
Sure,
to
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
a guy who's got like a decent role in it and
should have the
has
whole-
to build
you
up
should know
his
the whole
character.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those guys will get it and they'll know what's going on. But do they hand the script to everybody in it? No. Like I heard.
But that's like you saying you were on Power and you did one scene and then the guy was like, yo, you want to stay and you want to do another? How does that work? You didn't read that second scene.
I didn't read it. They handed me sides again. Once you get more involved, if you're accepted into this, and you start becoming like a cast member, they'll give you the script. Like even when I was just on Tulsa King, they only gave me my scene in the beginning, and it's very hush hush. Nobody wants anybody leaking anything. Obviously, we will do that, but once you're there, then you need to see it.
Yeah.
Because where's my character going? Where did it come from? All that stuff, and you need to know where
what I'm
it's
saying.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
sometimes, to answer your question, sometimes yes. Most of the times yes, sometimes no. But it's totally subjective on the material, I would say.
I heard one of the most secretive scripts ever was Sopranos. I heard
that too.
the stars didn't know what the next episode was going to be.
I heard
'Cause
that too.
David Chase
Yeah.
didn't want this much of a chance of anybody leaking any information.
Yeah.
So even like the biggest stars, Kathy Narducci, all of them say we would get maybe an episode or two.
Yeah.
And then we wouldn't see the next one until we were ready to film.
And that's
they
it.
would get
That's so interesting to me. It's so
a couple
interesting.
of days
Especially
before.
a show like that that's so layered. The story
Yeah.
has got 6, 7 different things going on at one time.
Yeah.
That's really
Did you ever get starstruck and like around any of these actors in all these movies? Stallone and De Niro and
There's always that first impression, like holy shit.
yeah.
But then, so to answer your question, yes.
All right,
It's
good.
like you're sitting across from people you've seen growing up forever. But then it becomes about the work.
Yeah.
It becomes about the work. Like I'll give you an example. Like Viggo Mortensen. When we first met on set the day before I shot, he came up to me and started talking Italian, and I'm okay.
Right.
But so we started talking because he speaks 5 different languages. For my character, I spoke like a broken Brooklyn Sicilian dialect as well as correct Neapolitan. He wasn't understanding what I was saying, so I did my research and I said kind of like what you did in Carlito's Way. You were speaking Puerto Rican Spanish and you were speaking correct Spanish. He liked that, and then but that was the extent of it. So I'm still in that. Oh my God, I'm working with this guy. Yeah. The next day, I'm in my trailer, 5 o'clock, 5:01, no joke. Okay, I'm ready. They make you jump, and it's Viggo. He said, Craig, I really liked what you said yesterday, and here's a bottle of. He gave me a bottle of Chilean Syrah. Here's a little incentive for a good shoot. Let me tell you something. That took everything. Here, now we're all actors on the same level, creating a scene. And that was took the pressure right off of everything. It really did, and it was a great moment. And I think it adds to the work, you know, because you're not like this. You know, you're more relaxed. You're just cool.
You can lean into the
it's just
character
fluid.
organically. Yeah, that's
My
that's
brother
it.
starred in a movie with him, Walk on the Moon. That's Anna Paquin
Yeah.
plays my brother's sister. My brother plays a little kid.
Oh my God! That's
And
great.
he got nominated for an award for that movie because there's a scene where he gets attacked by bees and he's hysterical crying, and he pulled off some amazing scene, my brother. He got nominated for an award and he lost to the kid in X-Files.
Oh man!
But
That's
they were out there for a while, and my mother said that Viggo Mortensen is one of the nicest guys she's ever
He
met.
was the coolest dude
Yeah.
in the world, man. It was really good to work.
He was the
with him.
blouse man
Yeah.
in Walk on the Moon. Walk on the Moon.
Moon.
Because my brother did both. He did Man on the Moon and Walk on the Moon. Man on the Moon is with Jim Carrey.
Patrick's brother's the most famous little baby you've ever met.
Yeah.
I was watching one of your previous podcasts. I couldn't believe all the work he's done. My
Yeah,
God.
he plays Tony Soprano as a baby every time
Yeah,
Tony
all
gets
the babies,
flashbacks.
yes,
He
yes.
plays all the babies. He plays Jim Carrey as a baby
That's so
in
crazy.
Man on the Moon.
Uh-huh.
Tony Soprano as a baby in The Sopranos. Who else? Jim Carrey as a baby. Did I said that already?
Yeah.
So he plays. Howard Stern as a baby in Private Parts.
Yeah.
So he played some serious babies in his life.
Have you ever turned down a role yet so far in your career?
Yes, I have, and it's just something I'm not connecting to the character. Something I don't want to be portrayed as, or something I'm not digging. Anything satanic. I'm not doing
I hear that.
Just it's just certain things that everybody has limits, and yeah, I have, and sucks. You got to turn down the money, but not that it's a lot, but you
I turned down a big
too.
one, and I got the part in Sleepers, and once I got the part and they gave me the script, there was a scene where I was supposed to be getting raped.
I know that
and
scene.
I said, "There's no way I'm doing this."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in the script, it made it like you were gonna see it, And I guess once they filmed, I guess it was way too graphic to even.
Yeah.
So if you see the movie, you see it's about to happen, and then the camera pans away, and you just hear the kid screaming or something.
Yes.
So
They insinuate you know what's going on.
you know exactly what's going on.
yeah.
But when you got the script, it made it look like it was going to be on camera.
And
like
it probably was in the original script. Like Steven Spielberg, the original script in Jaws, the kid Alex Kidner that dies on the beach.
Right.
The original script, they have like video footage of the shark actually eating this kid, who was like 9 years old in the movie. And then obviously after they did the screening, they were like, "That's way too graphic." For that time period.
Yep.
And they cut it out. So now you just see the raft get sucked down on there, and then the blood comes up on the beach. So you know the kid would have. But so they probably shot that scene in their head, showing it, and then someone probably said like, probably not, probably not
a good idea. I'm actually glad I didn't do that because, even if you didn't see it, growing up in my neighborhood with the way people were, I would have got they would have abused me for that. And I wouldn't. I'm glad I didn't do it. Like you said, some things you just don't
won't
connect
do.
with. And that's
You
it.
have any preference when you get a script? Would you rather it be a movie or a TV show?
Well, TV is more,
Longevity.
TV is more, you can work more and get a lot more out of it, and you could really develop a character over a long period of time, as opposed to condensing it in a movie to really get to your character arc a lot sooner. And I think in movies it's a little bit more challenging because you have to remember, where you are in the script. What you did before and what you're leading to. So you got, you have to stay on point. So, and I think TV allows you a little more flexibility with that.
Yeah, for sure.
I like doing movies better.
When I first started as a kid, it was don't do TV shows.
Yeah.
It was like
Was
a
it?
death trap.
Oh, okay.
Like if you're going to be an actor in movies, don't even take that audition for the TV show because remember that was 30 years ago.
Yeah, that was going to say.
TV show.
TV
Why
has
would you do a
changed a lot
TV
since
show?
then.
Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you're a
saying?
movie actor.
TV has changed a lot over the years. Now it's like
I know.
it's a big difference.
Now you got big guys doing chase ads. You got a lot of
that's
very
a good
famous
point.
people.
And you got big movie stars that want that
I know.
TV role to star where you're on TV every single week and the world sees you every single week.
Exactly.
Back then it was not like that. Remember, there wasn't no when I first started doing movies, like there wasn't 1,000 channels with 1,000 TV
How old
shows.
were you when you started? You were young.
12.
Right? Wow. Yeah. See, I started in my late 20s.
Yeah, but you got a very diverse portfolio up to this point because you're
Yeah.
playing different characters in a lot of stuff, which kind of
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. My New York accent comes through too much, but
Never too much. Never too much.
Never too much.
Never too much. But that can lead into a crazy segue that you have written down that I really want to know the answer if you think New York pizza or Connecticut pizza is better.
Listen, I just moved to Connecticut. I have to say,
New Haven's good.
New Haven's got a pretty good.
I never had it. I
shine.
can't give a
I mean,
real-
L&D Spumoni, you can't go wrong. There's, I'm sure you guys, everybody's got great places. I don't compare. I think I love pizza, man.
Yeah, same.
I mean, it's a tough. To make the comparison,
So the way I think about it is like,
it's tough.
I feel like in a very small area, like if you go to New Haven, I feel like in a very, very small part of it, Pizza Paul by Pizza Paul, I think they have amazing.
Yeah.
But if you're going to look at the total of like Manhattan or New York,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone
not
compares.
comparable.
No.
Because there's just so many of them.
Yeah.
Like we could list 15 places just in Brooklyn. That's
in
not
the
even
neighborhood.
touching Manhattan
Exactly.
or
Right.
downtown.
Right.
But like New Haven pizza, like
New Haven
that,
pizza's
that one little strip, they have like 5 or 6 pizzerias on that one block. That might be
never
some of
been.
the
I
best
gotta
pizza
go.
you ever had. It's definitely worth the trip up there.
Yeah, I mean, there's great little pizza places all over the place. My buddy Mike Abruzzi owns Polpettino. Great pizza, great pizza.
Where's that? By you? Where you?
Yeah, it's by me in Eastchester. Well, it used to be by me. It's in Eastchester. Great little restaurant over there. Mike's a good friend of mine, and the pizza's amazing. But yeah, I mean, he just got voted #1 Westchester pizza on one of the Instagram guys.
Gotta
Yeah,
get
one
Dave
of those guys.
Portnoy up there to do a bar
He
stool.
did. He was there.
Oh,
He was there. He got
Must have happened.
I don't know
That's
the
it. You
actual
made
number,
it.
but he got over an 8 on his review.
Oh, to get over an 8 with
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy, you
Good
have to.
undercarriage. This.
Yeah. The thing I find crazy about Dave Portnoy is one bite, everybody knows the
Eats the
rules,
whole
and then he
slice.
eats
Takes
the whole
60
slice.
I know. Yeah.
One bite, everybody, you would think he's going to give you the 8.1 right after the one bite. No, he's 3 bites in, then the crust, and then this, and then he gives it. So
Yeah,
it's
I
not
find
one bite.
Is it
everybody
a
knows
taste test or are you hungry?
And I find it hard to believe a Boston guy's going to tell me what's good pizza and what's not. So
This is very true.
There's that.
But he is,
But God
at
bless
this
him.
point, I mean,
is the pizza guy.
every single pizzeria in the fucking
should
world.
know.
I think.
Yeah.
He should know.
He should know.
He definitely has a vast knowledge, and people are trying to mimic him too a little bit now. He's going.
Yeah, kind of us. Talk about pizza every episode.
Yeah. Usually we have the pizza sitting over
I know,
here.
where
The
is the
jute
pizza?
slice, this, everything.
All right, folks, quick moment. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, you need the professionals who actually deliver results. That's the Pinnacle team, serving Brooklyn, Staten Island, and New Jersey. These aren't your average agents. This is a team that knows the market, negotiates hard, and treats clients like family. Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, relocating, or just curious about your property's worth, talk to the people who make real estate smooth, simple, and profitable. Reach out to the Pinnacle team today, and you let the experts handle the hard part while you focus on the next chapter of your life. The Pinnacle team, real estate done right. You could also find one of their licensed realtors on Instagram at Frank Bergen Realtor.
But growing up, a lot of people get into acting because they like what they see around the neighborhoods, and a lot of movies portray that. When you grew up, was it more like, were you more like a cinema freak? Like you would just watch a lot of TV, or you kind of just seen around the neighborhood like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let me get into that.
Well, actually, a buddy of mine, my friend Danny Curry, did a commercial with George Brett. It was a 7-Up commercial when we were in like first grade.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool, man. That's really cool. So I started getting the bug. And my father was an Italian bread man from the Bronx. On the truck 7 days a week forever. And, 2:30 in the morning up, 7 days a week working. And I told my dad, I want to be on TV. So he picks me up. He goes, you're on TV. That was it. True story. And but I always had the bug for it. I always wanted to do it. And I didn't pursue it. But because I was a jock in high school, playing football all the time, and sports. I had 3 older brothers, so
Right.
And then my older brother Dean was acting. He went to the American Academy, and I didn't like it because I would have to read with him, and if I didn't read with him, he would beat the shit out of me. So I had no choice. So it was like a forced thing. But then I'm like, this is kind of cool. I'd like to explore it a little bit. And then I went to the William Esper studio. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. I was a recruiter. I was doing all sorts of jobs, bartending, all this other stuff, and then I got into it, and I got accepted into that school, and I was full boat, man. I'm like, let's do this.
What was your favorite role to play?
Oh man, wow, that's so tough, man. That's so tough. My favorite role, I guess, was I'm gonna say Power, man. I'm gonna say Power. I had a great time with that. Everybody, the set was really cool, and I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Right.
So, and I wrote up a character analysis of Marshall Romano, and then I kept getting called back. So I was like, all right, this is working. And everybody was so nice on that set. Courtney Kemp, 50, all of them. Just so cool. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, so I'm gonna say Power. Power's my favorite.
50 did the soundtrack for the Gotti movie. He had something to do with the soundtrack for the Gotti movie, or performed it. So when we went to the Cannes Film Festival, he came. And that's when I got to hang out with him.
Nice, good guy.
He's
man.
a great guy.
He was great.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, my first table read. Table read for people that don't know when all the actors come and read the script. Everybody reads their part.
Sitting at a table
Sitting
like
at a
this.
table read. Okay, so I'm at my first table read for Power, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I gotta use the bathroom. I don't want to leave while we're reading. So I ran out to the bathroom, and as I'm coming out, 50 is coming out of the elevator, and he said, "Hey, Craig, what's up, Fifth?" So he said, he was very welcoming. He's like, "Yo, man," he was very congratulatory and very nice. Pounded me out, and I was like, that's when it's that level, and to always maintain your professionalism and just have fun, man. Have fun.
And he's killing it with the production. I mean,
killing it.
he's literally. I don't know if everybody knows this, but he's literally the producer of like 40-something shows that are out right now.
Vitamin Water.
Vitamin, but I'm talking about right now, shows that are on TV that you would not know 50 had anything to do with them. He has something to do with it. He's producing way more than people know.
Well, that Power universe is special, bro. Even that first season of Power, and I watch Omari talk about it, and he would hate that I said this, but like he's Ghost.
Yeah.
And he don't like that, but he's like,
Ghost.
I don't see him as anything else.
Yeah.
And that's just a testament to that show.
Exactly.
How good that show was.
And in real life, he's the total opposite of what you see and go like.
Nice guy, really cool.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that must suck for a lot of actors that like play that legendary role, like Charlie Hunnam and Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah,
James
he's
Gandolfini,
Jack Teller no
Sopranos.
matter what he does.
No matter what.
You will
It's like,
never
what's
be
Jack Teller doing in this movie?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You'll never be able to do anything again.
But even James Gandolfini, bro, after The Sopranos, like you would go watch him, and I would hear it, knowing how he speaks in real life, and then watching him act
crazy.
using the Tony voice in other characters. You're like,
Crazy.
damn,
It's
you know what I'm saying? I
it's
can't
hard to
unsee
decipher.
it.
Yeah,
And I know to them they probably wouldn't, and you guys can speak to this, but I would assume they don't really like that because he's James Gandolfini, not Tony Soprano. But like I say that with the utmost compliments.
Yeah.
Like you embodied these characters so good that we can't separate the two anymore. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
just not even 5 minutes ago when Chris just said like he played a diverse group of people, you saw how happy you got that.
That's what I'm saying.
picked up
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to get pigeonholed into anything, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah, they
difficult.
wanted me to take speech classes when I first started. They were like, "Oh, if you really want to keep doing this, you got to take voiceover class," because my Brooklyn accent came out like a knife. Like, you know what I'm
course.
saying? So, but
I took speech class. Didn't really work.
The
but-
the one actor that really shocked the shit out of me was because I watched Boardwalk Empire. So I watched every episode, right? Stephen,
Buscemi?
no, not Buscemi, the one who played Al Capone.
Oh, Graham.
Stephen Graham. So I watch him in every episode. In my eyes, he was Al Capone.
Yes.
I mean, he killed that role. Yeah, he did. Now we go to Steady the Irishman. Dominic Lamondosi, that I'm friends with, goes to introduce me to him. This is my friend Stephen.
Oh, man.
And he said, hey, what's up? Like, his accent is... I almost started laughing because I thought he was like breaking my balls, like making a fake accent, talking to me like that. And when he walked away, and I looked at Dominic, I was like, why is he talking like that? And Dominic was like, talking like what? I was like, that accent. He was like, that's how he talks. I said, that's his real accent?
No way.
How the fuck did he pull off Al Capone? He has zero accent. You would think he was from downtown Brooklyn in Boardwalk Empire.
Range.
And if you hear his real accent,
Crazy.
Oh my God.
Is it hard to stay professional sometimes in these settings? Like, you could feel free to veer away from this. I could also cut it, but like being around people that don't have the best attitude in the industry, that are big time, and they kind of treat you a certain way.
Well, there's assholes in every job.
Yeah.
Right. There's people are people. You know, whether you're here, there, or anywhere. I have been very lucky. I haven't really met any of those, and I'm being straight up honest. Everybody I've worked with has been really cool, and everybody. It's a creative collaborative, and everybody just wants to make a good movie or make a good TV show. So everybody's kind of into it. There's a couple people that you know, you got to warm up to. You know, a couple people are very reserved, and then you got to earn it. You got to earn it, and that's okay. That's cool, and you know, and then you earn it.
Yeah.
You know, you show your performance. You bring. You got to bring it.
Yeah.
You got to bring it, and you got to do it right. But yeah, 9 out of 10, I'm going to say are good. For
Me
real.
and Pat were talking the other day about when you get to that level, and then it's almost like I feel like people just ask you to do shit for them nonstop. So like Martin Scorsese, how many genuine conversations or relationships do you think Martin Scorsese has in his life? That people don't want anything from him. They're not enamored to be around Martin Scorsese. They're just hanging out, and he's just a regular person. You know what I mean?
Not many.
It's
Not
hard.
many.
It's hard to do that. You know what I mean? Because that person could change your life.
Yeah.
I mean, having all you guys around changed mine. So it's like I love you guys, but
Love you too,
benefited the shit out of me. Appreciate it.
But you weren't hanging out with them to get something. You just became
It
friends.
was genuine.
Right?
It was
Yeah,
genuine.
it was genuine.
No, yeah. To start the platform, I just wanted it to feel as authentic as possible, where people could come in and just feel at home. You know what I mean? And that's really what the goal is at the end of the day, and we're staying true to it.
Yeah.
Now I'm just able to talk to some cool people, and it's just, you know what I mean? It's just got really done
Hell yeah.
over time.
Great.
You know
It's
what I
great.
mean?
Happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, I haven't
feel
been
like I
let
know all
down
you
too many
guys.
times on set. Like you meet somebody and you're like, oh man, I thought he was such a cool person. For the most part, like you, everybody I worked with was pretty cool.
Yeah. Look at us.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a great fight scene. We met. We clicked like that.
click.
Man. Yeah.
And listen, you'll meet people that won't let you down. Oh, that guy was a great person, this and that. But not too much do you meet people that you're like, you know what? Exchange numbers and you stay in touch with, you talk to on a regular basis, like me, Craig, Lewis, like, you know, Joey, who played me when I got older in A Bronx Tale. But Joey was my friend way before A Bronx Tale, like, you know. So you meet some people where you're like Kevin Connolly, like me and him talk every other week. We're texting each other and this and that.
Fucking legend.
You know, you
Entourage
meet some people that you stay in touch with.
Yeah.
I mean, some people they didn't let you down, but you're not going to stay in touch with these people. You know.
You were there. A lot of people at the end of the day have a motive. But you can kind of
true.
and that's what sucks about life. You know what I mean? Everybody's got to come up, but you try to stay as genuine as you possibly can. But also, I'm also a movie buff, so I know all the shit that you're in. And I know, like when Gino was here last week, and Gino was like, "Oh yeah, I played this part." I was like, "Yeah, I know that part." I was like, "When you did
Gino
this,
Caprielli.
Get out of
He
here.
came here last week.
You don't even have to tell me what scenes you were in. The only one that I didn't know was you killing Albert Anastasia in The Irishman. I didn't know that was.
Like Gino is a
Now
guy
I'm gonna
that I stay in
rewatch it
touch
and be
with.
like, "You're on the fucking bucket."
Like Gino was a guy that I stood in touch with, and not only did he never let you down being a good friend, Gino, when he was doing Jersey Bread, he called my phone and was like, "I got a role for you." Like that, you don't see all the time.
No, you
Somebody
don't.
putting you on like
Somebody,
that.
somebody
a
looking
good
out for
guy.
you, putting you on.
That's a good guy.
Yeah,
you know?
and I was like, "Okay, where do I audition?" He was like, "No, you don't audition. Just come. I got the role for you." I was like,
Sounds good.
When you do research on these movies, there's a lot of it online stories, hearsay. You actually have to find sources.
If I do both, wherever I can get any information from. I'm like a sponge, man. I'll take it from, if you know somebody that knows a guy, I'll talk to that guy. I'll watch the movies online. I'll do the research, and then if I'm impersonating somebody, if you will, which is I think the biggest honor you could give somebody is to impersonate them correctly, to honor them. If they deserve honor. But if you do that, I think you need to do all the research you can and grab it from wherever you can. If you can speak to the person, if you can get the mannerisms, you can, and you watch. And behavior is important. If they speak with their hands, if they talk like this, if, body posture, all these little nuances add to the honor of the person you're imitating. So I grab shit from everywhere.
A guy like John Gotti was, when Armand Asante played him,
"Oh man, he killed that role.
Travolta.
I can't say it enough how he killed that role."
I know he was amazing. I mean, I was fortunate enough to work with Armand on 2 projects. We did a short film called Expert in the Dying Field, directed by Mitch Camarata. Great story. And we did Don Q. And you said it the best. He played John. You knew John Gotti, and he played John Gotti better than John Gotti.
100%.
It was amazing.
In the Travolta Gotti movie,
I had a joke about that.
Go.
I'm at Armand's house. We're talking, and one of his friends brings up the Gotti movie. Armand, that was one of your best roles. This and that. I said, yeah. I said, I think John Travolta did a little better. And I got the face. Which was cool.
When we did the Travolta Gotti movie,
Yes.
so me and Johnny, my father's friend Johnny Boy Ruggiero, after my father passed away, me and Johnny Boy, all the Ruggieros, Jr., we were like, that was like my family. Like, Johnny Boy was my uncle. I was with him every day. My first job, he gave me at the glass shop. I would go in the morning and pick him up at his house. I would drive him all over. Like, me and Johnny Boy for a very long time were inseparable. I was with him every single day.
Wow.
My whole childhood. Even 20s and everything, until he passed away, we were together all the time. I'm still very close with both his brothers, everybody, his kids. So when they started getting ready to film the Gotti movie, my Uncle John calls me and goes, "Oh, come here, I want to come meet me for dinner. I want to talk to you." So I go to meet him, and he goes, "We're doing the Travolta movie, in the Gotti movie about my father." I say, "Yeah." He goes, "I want you to play Johnny Boy." I went, "What?" I couldn't believe that I was about to, and I play Johnny Boy in that movie. I was with Johnny Boy every single day of my life when he asked me to play Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy's wife even called me up. She's like, she DM'd me out. She was like, "I'm so happy you played him."
It's amazing.
It's so
Like,
beautiful,
I
man.
couldn't believe I was playing Johnny Boy. It was, wow. Never, sitting in the car, driving all over there, you with him every day. Manny and I were looking at him and going, one day I'm going to play you in a movie. Like, never in a million years do you think something like that. And when I got the part, got handed the part, I could not believe I'm playing Johnny Boy. And I know how Johnny Boy acted. I know what he did.
Exactly.
The things he said.
Yeah, nobody better could have played.
Nobody.
I'm gonna start going for auditions. You guys are making me fucking jealous, honestly. Bullshit.
If you want your car looking brand new without leaving your driveway, Brilliance Mobile Wash is the team to call. From basic washes to full detailing, they pull up, lock in, and leave your ride shining like it's fresh off the lot. Contact 917-353-3232. Instagram at Brilliance Mobile Wash LLC. Top tier service, quick turnaround, real results. Book your wash today and thank us later. Mention the Voices of Brooklyn podcast and get 10% off.
If you had to reboot one movie and star in it, what are you picking?
Oh, man, I would love to be in Goodfellas, man. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Jeez, I mean, that or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Fucking good one, bro.
That
was a good call right there.
One of my favorite movies of all time. I watch it every year. I did the research on all that stuff. I mean, that I think it won like 7 out of 9 Academy Awards. But that's like the definition of character acting.
Yeah.
And like I said, I watch it every year. Those guys, they shot it at the Oregon State psychiatric facility. The actors didn't have trailers. They had rooms in the psych center. You want to talk about
Setting the mood.
diving deep into the work, man.
That's crazy.
So, yes, I would like to be in that as well.
I used to work on Rikers Island in my early 20s.
Oh, is that right? You a CO?
I was. And I remember, because I love that movie, I watch it all the time. There's a MO housing area. It's mentally observed.
Okay.
And it sounds just like how it sounds in the movie. People banging on doors, like Rikers Island's hell on earth. And that specific housing area is insanity.
I did 3 days on Rikers Island. It was like I did 3 years.
Oh, man, I'm sure.
In C-76, the dorm. Oh, my God.
3 Main House of Pain, how you doing?
Oh, my God. What a play. I'm thinking, like, when I got locked up and they were bringing me in and everything, you're walking with your stuff. You're like, all right, I'm looking in the cells, and I'm like, all right, I'm seeing who they're going to put me in a cell with and this and that. Look, I'm on. All of a sudden, you're like, all right, go in here. And I'm like, okay. The door opens, and it's a dorm with 100 motherfuckers in it. All the bunk beds are connected. I was like, I'm going in here? I'm like, buddy, I'm only really doing like 3 days. I was like, can you just put me like in your office? I'll sleep on the floor.
I'll sleep under the desk.
I'll sleep on the floor because I knew I was getting bailed out the next day, but then the bail takes 24 hours to hit, so you know you're going to be there for like 2-3 days.
Of course.
Just let me sleep on your floor in the office. Please don't put me in this.
You're trying to go in the bubble. That's
All right.
crazy.
I was like 19 years old. I walked into this dorm. I was like, oh, shit, I'm not leaving here.
Yeah,
Man,
no,
listen,
no
you're a
good.
tough motherfucker. When we did that scene together, man,
Yeah, that was a great
It
scene.
was
That was
great.
one. A lot of people say that was one of the best scenes in the show.
In the first episode.
First,
Great.
yeah.
Listen, I knew when I think when I pushed you, I felt you. And I'm like, that's a badass. Straight up. And I give
That
you
was some
kudos,
scene.
brother. Yeah.
That was some scene. He beat the shit out of me in that scene.
I know. Like, how many times did we shoot it? Like 50
Right.
times.
Right.
It was crazy.
And we stopped shooting it because you ran out of shirts.
That's right. That's right.
I kept spitting blood on it. And they were like, all right, we got to get it this last time. We're going to get one more angle because we have no more white shirts.
So call it.
That's
It worked
it.
out good. It worked
That
out
was great.
good. Man. I think that's when you and I really
Yeah, for sure.
became friends.
Brothers, we're brothers.
Yeah, you got a friend.
Excluding the shows that you're on, what do you feel like is the best TV show out right now? We can go in like the last 5 years, 10 years. I'll go with that.
I'm loving that Mayor Kingstown.
Great show.
Phenomenal show. Renner is
So well written.
it's
my God, so well
The
written.
characters are really good. Everybody's believable. Not a weak link in any of the cast. It's just blowing me away. I'll sit up, like the new season is dropping, and like I was, I was like 3 episodes behind. Sitting up at like 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, it's
watching
impossible
the
to shut
show,
off.
and
Yeah.
it's captivating. I did like Monster, as creepy as it was. I'm not into the horror genre.
That I
but
didn't
man,
see yet.
I didn't see it either.
I couldn't wait to watch it. So speaking of Charlie Hunnam,
Yep. Phenomenal role.
he comes out, man. I didn't see him from Sons. I saw him as this character, which is very difficult to do. But as far as shows, I haven't watched Landman yet. I didn't see
I was going to say that's my favorite
You
show.
guys gotta
on TV.
watch
They
show.
wrote
Okay.
that for Billy Bob. That's the thing.
That show was
Like
amazing.
that script was written around Billy Bob. That's
is
how.
right.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Amazing in that show.
He's not acting in that show.
He's literally
That's-
not acting.
He's not acting.
He's
not
always
acting.
so smooth.
Yeah.
He's always just smooth. He's just real.
Yeah,
You know? And that's what.
yeah.
And that's.
He's as convincing as you could be in that show. Like,
Oh yeah.
You guys got to watch The Beast in Me on Netflix.
Dude,
Okay.
I see the coming
I
attractions
watched The
for that.
Beast in Me in one night. I'm a binger.
Okay.
That shit is going to win every Emmy award for limited series next year.
Gino's
I
in it.
promise.
Oh, is he?
Gino's-
Oh, that's right. Gino's in that.
Gino's in
Right.
it.
What's
right.
he? Who? What?
I
I
seen
don't
him
know.
just post that.
He posted it, but I don't. The show's over.
I
No, it
don't
was
know if
phenomenal.
his episode,
It was phenomenal.
his show's over. No, I don't think his
it
episode.
came out all at once. Netflix, eight episodes or 6
Yeah,
episodes.
but he was
all at
canceled.
And it all came out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's the
um,
premise?
It's just like a rich guy. His dad's a builder, and his next door neighbor's a novelist. Moves next door, and they
Very famous novelist in the show.
Yeah, and like he's trying to like persuade her to like write a book about him, but it's all nefarious. Like it's just
Okay.
he's just like a corrupt dude. And
I gotta check it out.
That's
it's good.
phenomenal.
It's good stuff.
It's
What any
phenomenal.
upcoming projects for you?
And Tulsa King was great. I just got back on Wednesday for that. Got cast on Wednesday. Team did the deal on Thursday. Thursday night, I'm having a nice martini. Craig, we need you on the plane tomorrow. All right, I'm out. Yeah, so packed and left. And
But what are they filming the next season already?
I'll be on the season premiere of season 4, episode 1.
Oh, amazing.
Don't know if I'm coming back yet. We'll have to find out. But, let's
You see
not-
Sylvester Stallone, tell him that you met James Stallone.
I will. Yeah, any relation, man?
Somewhere down the line,
I
somewhere.
gotta-
Another show.
He reminds me
show
of
that Dominic is in. Like I
Tell
said
him he needs
before,
an extra.
Dominic became a
I'm
big
down.
star.
Okay,
He's in
100%.
everything.
I will.
Yes.
I will.
And it segues
are
into
you-
my.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. It segues into my last question. What legacy do you want to leave on and off the screen?
Oh man,
question.
I want to a legacy. I want to teach my son everything to do right. I want to lead the way for him and the youth of America, if I could, to just be upstanding, good Americans, be good kids, do right. I want to have a legacy of my upcoming show. That's what I want to do, and just be known as a good man that works his ass off, and that's that.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're all fans.
sir.
We're all going to be rooting for you.
I'm fans of the show.
You had something to say before I cut you off. What was it?
No.
You good?
Yeah.
Because that was a good way to end off. That was very wholesome.
I think I was just saying something about what you said, but it's good.
Anyway, Craig, we really appreciate you coming by,
Thank you,
brother.
Oh man, it's
Seriously.
my absolute
man.
pleasure, guys. Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
Greg,
man.
thank
I
you
had a
very
great
much for
time.
coming. Thank you.
All
Alrighty.
right, keep smiling.
Don't forget to subscribe, share the love, and keep the voice of Brooklyn alive. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and never forget where you came from.